As soon as I submitted my banking application, it was denied. They just charged me $400 without saying anything. I've already spent over $1,000. I still have to spend almost $4,000 to get my product selling. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should start selling foot pics. Or maybe I should start an OnlyFans. Or foot pics on my OnlyFans. I could pop balloons or something. I think some weird people like that. Someone offered this girl $4,000 to fart in a jar. Something like I could smash pies with my feet, or I don't know.
Hey, let me break down my first month of expenses with Amazon FBA. Good news, everyone. My LLC was approved. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jenny, and in this video, I'll break down all the expenses in the first month of Amazon FBA. I'll let you know what was necessary spending and what was unnecessary spending. Plus, I'll discuss where I'm at currently in the process. Let's break it down. I've been doing Amazon FBA for around a month and a half at this point. Your first month might look a little bit different from my first month. It'll depend on how fast or slow you go through product research, the order in which you implement the Amazon FBA steps, the initial steps of setting up your company, and it'll also depend greatly on the product that you're making. So those three factors will vary, but I'll break down what I have done so far. So the cost breakdown. The first thing that I paid for was I got a 3-month Jungle Scout subscription. This costs $150. Jungle Scout is 100% necessary. It doesn't need to be Jungle Scout, it could be Helium 10. You need something like that though. This is going to save you a lot of time and effort. It does seem kind of pricey, but in the long run, it can make you a lot of money. So keep that in mind. Also, if you kind of take that step to purchase one of these tools, I think you're ready to set up your company because you're probably going to start doing it. So once you're comfortable paying $150 just to look around, just know that I felt that way as well. But as I looked around, I knew I was just looking for something that seemed feasible. You will find something. Start setting up your company as soon as you also buy Jungle Scout. The next thing that I did is I signed up with Zen Business. The initial payment that I did on February 2nd is I got an EIN and documents. Now an EIN is pretty pricey for that, but I thought the documents seemed pretty appealing because they offer a lot of templates, contracts that you might want, or if you're hiring employees, just different templates. I hate writing, especially boring things like contracts. That's why I went ahead and purchased the EIN and documents bundle, plus the website tools, because I knew I want this to look really professional. So I'm gonna want to build a website and have a professional email address, not just a Gmail or a Yahoo Mail or a Hotmail, AOL, AIM. Call back to early 2000s. Anyway, this purchase is not necessary. This will depend on you personally. If you want to have an email, I haven't looked at how to set up an email, but if you want a website, then there's other ways to find a website. You could do a free one through Google, or you can use another, like Squarespace or another company like that. I paid $150 to have basically the website. It's like a one-page scrolly website. I just like that it was all in one place. At the time, I didn't really want the stress. For me, if I hit like the smallest snag or hit a place where I need to do some research, especially in an area that I'm not interested in, you could get stuck, you could feel kind of defeated, you could keep like putting it off and procrastinating. I didn't want to do that. I just want things that are going to be convenient and keep things moving. So that's why I did Zen Business. So that's going to be a personal choice for you. But know if like your budget is tight, it is not necessary. You can do things cheaper. I don't know things about business, so Zen Business was more valuable to me because I'm kind of their target demographic. I'm just a person. I haven't taken any business, anything. They kind of just walk you by the hand. Now, if you do know things about business and it doesn't stress you out and it doesn't make you feel like quitting, then you probably don't need to use this service. Okay, the next purchase I made were here from Alibaba, I got 2 product samples. So this is completely necessary. You're gonna have to pay for products. Sometimes companies will ask you just to pay for the shipping, but often they come from another country, so the shipping will be quite expensive. I paid for 2 of the products and I'm still waiting for them. I'm really excited to see them. Here you can see also that they're different costs. A little pro tip is you can ask the supplier when they send you a sample, if I use you for my manufacturing, could we subtract the cost of the sample? And oftentimes they will, because they just want to know that you're very serious about working with them. For me, I'm doing yoga pants. I'm not trying to get like a $6 pair of yoga pants. They kind of upcharge almost as a like tiny deposit. Okay, the next thing I paid for is Fiverr. I paid for a design through Fiverr because I didn't want any kind of legal issues with the image that I'm using. I don't want to pull something offline and just rip off an artist's work. So for me, I felt this was a very necessary purchase. This was a price that I was comfortable paying for the design that I wanted. There is a variety of prices, a variety of artists and styles, so this will vary depending on what you decide you want to sell. Also, you might have something very easy where you just want to change the color of the overall product, and that could be done just through Alibaba, so you won't have to have someone design anything for you. But it is worth noting that if you buy something on Fiverr, that after you purchase it, then they say like, hey, do you like it? Do you want to leave a tip? So it basically just has your credit card ready and it shows you like what the 20% tip is, and you could leave more or less if you want, or you could leave no tip. But obviously I was happy with the artist's work. I don't want them to think that I didn't like it. So if you use Fiverr, they're gonna ask you to leave a tip, but I didn't expect that. The most recent purchase is one that I didn't expect. I woke up to Zed Business charging me $400 as soon as my LLC was formed. So I know when I signed up for the LLC that they were going to eventually charge this to me, but I didn't expect it so soon, and I didn't expect them to just do it without saying anything. So I'm not super happy about that. I'm really irritated about it actually, because I think they should send out some sort of heads up, because that's actually a lot of money to just take unannounced. Or they should have just charged me from the beginning. That would have been less annoying, I think. Sales team is good there, I guess. They want you to get like excited. By the time you hit checkout, it wasn't like $750. It was only like $300. And then bam, they hit me 2 weeks later with another $400. I chose the Pro plan because of how expedited the service was, and because it included some of the costs of other things that I wanted, where if I went with the basic plan, I would have had to add on those charges, so it made sense just to upgrade to the Pro plan. The registered agent service is completely necessary. Legally in the state of California, you have to have a registered agent. When I did a quick Google search of registered agent services in California, it did say it's between $100 to $300, so it looks like Zen Business isn't really ripping you off. It is pretty in the middle. But Zen Business, I go back and forth on whether or not I think it was a good idea or not for me. You don't need to have the Pro plan, and you can hire your own registered agent. You don't need Zen Business to set up an LLC. In the state of California, you can set one up, but then you have to pay a little bit for the EIN, and then you'll have to pay for a registered agent and then a website. So there are some expenses. These are expenses that I was going to have anyway. So 1 month into Amazon FBA, and that brings my total to $1,128.48. I've spent over $1,000. Now I have a rough estimate that I'll hit Amazon shops by mid to late April if everything goes smoothly. The things that I still need to buy are the UPC barcodes. Okay, so there's only one kind of barcode that Amazon will accept, and unfortunately it costs $250. They used to have you buy just one barcode for like $30, but I think it recently changed where now you have to buy a pack of 10 barcodes. This is gonna be necessary for me anyway because I'm selling pants, so that'll be different sizes. Each size of pants needs a different barcode. So that's $250 that I'll have to pay pay for that. I believe it's $50 a year after that. The next thing I need to pay for is a clothing brand design. Within my Amazon shop, I still need to create a clothing brand name and a label tag. Right now, where I'm at in my process is I'm bouncing off ideas about what to name my clothing brand, and that will cost about $150 is what my estimate is. And when I do that, I also want kind of a whole branding kit. I'm not just getting like a logo, it'll be a whole kit so that I could use it on social media, on like a banner for my website or my Amazon shop. It'll be like multiple things and I could use it commercially. I think this is a heavy should. Whatever you're selling, you should spend some money on producing your brand. The next thing is the most important thing is I need to buy inventory. I expect that to run me $3,250. That's if I buy 500 units. Now this expense will vary depending on what you're selling, how much each unit is. Your unit might be $10, it might be $1. The next one is shipping. I really don't know how much shipping is gonna cost, so I put in a placeholder of $150. It could be plus or minus $100. Anyway, that brings my next total that I have yet to spend to $3,800. It's a lot. It's a lot. And this is only what I do see. Other problems could arise. I might need to pay more money to solve some other issues. The next steps that I'm looking at now, while I'm waiting for my sample to come through, my EIN came in not too long ago, and right away I went to go set up a bank account using Bluevine. And when I went to set it up, I filled out all the information, but there was one question that was really annoying. How much revenue did your company make last year? And that's really frustrating because it's nothing, because it's a brand new company. I tried to put 0 and it didn't allow me, so I put in $1. My company's revenue last year was $1. And then as soon as I submitted the application, it said, "I'm so sorry, thank you so much for applying, but you are a loser and we cannot take your business." I immediately Googled it to be like, why would that happen? According to Redditors, if you put in a low number for your revenue, they will reject your bank account. But just know that if you want to go with Bluevine, that don't put in $1. I'm looking at other banks right now, trying to decide who I should open my account with. As soon as I get my bank account set up, then I'll be able to also sign up for my Amazon seller account finally and get that situated. In the meantime, the other things I need to work on are designing a website, creating a brand name, as well as finding a brand logo. Yep, and then when I get my samples, you better believe I will be so excited to share that with you guys. Yeah, those are my next steps. I need to do some research on Amazon PPC, pay per click. If you stayed to the end of this video, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.